One, go.
Hey, yo, welcome to La Ventanita C.F. I am Wario 64 here with Akeem. Calypso, what's going on, bro?
We are back. Season's almost here. We got some jerseys to review. We got some things to look at. We got some breaking news. Luckily, we were supposed to record yesterday, but luckily it got pushed back today, which is actually perfect because then we get to talk about some other things, some breaking news that just happened. And yeah, so it's gonna be kind of a long episode, so we should probably just get started and jump right into the first thing. So I'll go over the menu real quick. So like I said, we're gonna talk about the new playoff format that actually just got announced this morning as we're recording this. After that, we're gonna go and review all the new jerseys that got announced for this year. We're not gonna review both home and away, just the new ones that got released. The only exception being Montreal because they aren't releasing a new jersey just yet because there was a problem with the production. I believe, from what I understand, is they were having some like indigenous languages printed on the jersey and they fucked it up. They somehow there was like grammar or spelling errors, so they're pushing that back. But every other jersey is accounted for here. Then I'm going to talk briefly about the MLS Season Pass. I actually have had it for like about a week and a half now. Wario just got his today, so he hasn't had a chance to look through everything, but I have. I've gone through some of the content, and I actually can pull it up while we're talking, so I can answer any questions that Bernie or any of the listeners at home might have. And then lastly, we're just gonna go over game day predictions. The season's already here. It's already game week, not game day yet, but game week. We have Montreal at home in our home opener, so we're going to talk briefly about that. But I believe that a bulk of this episode is going to be reviewing jerseys. But yeah, there we go.
Or having an aneurysm because of the first subject, which is
Yeah,
the new playoff format.
also that.
It's really confusing, so let's just get started right into it.
All right.
Um, uh, I don't know why there was a need to change it after just changing it. But I guess it's an MLS thing,
Mm-hmm.
is trying to fight against the current and do everything different. I, Me personally, I'm actually before we even get into what the new format is, I'm a fan of the old format of the aggregate.
Okay.
Um, I know a lot of people in the U.S. are like, oh well, there's no home field advantage in the playoffs except for MLS Cup. But I mean, that's kind of how it is in Champions League in Europe. Most tournaments, you are gonna have aggregate, you can have single elimination. It's better to keep one or the other. I this this new format to me seems like kind of hoaxy.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean, it seems
Mm-hmm.
kind of like seems I don't know. It seems like an experiment, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of seeing the league like become a lab rat. I know leagues got to try new different things every now and then, but like the
Mm-hmm.
MLS just feels like it's always changing the rules, and
Mm-hmm.
there's just no tradition to it, and it's all kind of crazy. Although I don't think this is a crazy radical change enough to go crazy and riot in front of their headquarters or something, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just a little bit annoying as a fan. And this is coming from a fan that maybe would have gotten a home playoff match out of that. But I feel like that's all that is, right? It's just a money grab to me. I hope it works. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a big hit. Maybe there's to me the goal of it too is to make some underdogs, right? To make things a little bit more fair. MLS loves to say that it's a level playing field and anyone can win MLS Cup. So if that's the case, if this produces like a really cool Cinderella story, kind of like an '03 Marlins or '97 Marlins type story, where the wild card team goes and gets on a run and gets hot in October. Um, I hope I'm wrong, and I'll come out here and I say I'm wrong, but um, we'll see. That time will tell here, but ready have your brain hurt. Let's go, let's get right into it, right? So
Yeah.
the first thing that's happening is an NBA play-in style
Yeah.
where the 8th seed and the 9th seed in each conference are going to play a single elimination match hosted by the 8th seed on each side.
Mm-hmm.
Now this provides the opportunity for a team to sneak into the playoffs, right?
Yes.
And in a normal scenario, this team in the MLS will be up and against a single elimination match against a number one seed who is one of them is the Supporter Shield champions,
That's
right?
that's another thing
So
about it. So it does give a
yeah,
team that's on the lower end, like you said, it was the was it eighth and ninth seed. You said it was.
yeah, it gives them it's 8 versus 9 seed. Whoever comes out goes against the number one. And the interesting thing is when they get into the first round of the playoffs, because I guess that's not considered the playoffs, but it is. This play-in game is always like it's a weird thing, and we played in it our first
It's a
year, and that was considering in
technicality.
the
Yeah.
playoffs. It's a technicality, but whatever. It is the playoffs. It isn't. It's like pre-playoffs. Point
Postseason.
is that
Postseason.
yeah, it's postseason. Point is the 8 seed or the 9 seed will go up against the 1 seed, but instead of having to play them in just one match, they're gonna have the opportunity to have minimum 2 matches against them, one home and one away. Because what happens is the higher seed is gonna play the first game of the series at home and the last game of the series at home if necessary.
So real quick,
Because yeah,
that's where that's where I see at least some positives in this, because in that situation you are guaranteed to have a home game. Like for example, last season we made the playoffs, but we didn't get a home game because we were the lowest seed and we lost in the first round.
Did we deserve a home game? Be honest with yourself. Did we deserve a home game?
I mean, we weren't the last seed.
Based on the performance we played, that's what more I was asking. I'm sorry.
That's I don't know.
I think
you can say yes or no.
You know, obviously you can't tell. Anything could have happened, right? And that's the beauty of this format, where New York could have came down here and Drive Pink is sort of a fortress per se.
So it gives the team a chance, yeah.
So it gives us a chance, and maybe we would have won that game, but we would have to go back to New York with a beaten Damian Lowe and Ayman Babika.
And that's where that advantage in having the higher seed comes in. It's like, okay, say New York won at home. We come here, we win our game. Then we have to, like you said, go back to New York and then have to play them again on their whichever field they picked that week. On their home field.
I don't think last year's team could have beat New York at home.
But the chance is there.
And that's why I asked you, do you think we deserved it? Because I feel like we did it in a way.
I get that. I can see that.
But here's where I would say I was wrong too. That was Gonzalo Higuain's last game ever. Getting smoked 3-0 or whatever it was, right? In New York City. His last game could have been in Miami in a competitive game against New York, like a 2-1 or something, you know, where
a need to win game, yeah.
Yeah, and he could have said bye to his career in front of his daughter and fans in Miami. You know, that would have been nice. So I guess that's one positive of this format I would have had last year, and maybe it has something similar to us this year. Hey, we get to watch a home playoff match at Drive Pink Stadium if we make the top 7 seeds, guaranteed. So
yeah, if you make the top 7, you guarantee a home game. Yeah.
So I mean, that's another positive. Like everything in life, there's good, there's bad in it.
Yeah, I don't hate the format.
I think what drove the changes, generally the good outweighs the bad here. And fuck it, we are a lab rat league. Like, there's no other way to put it.
People, and that's the thing I have. That's a gripe I have about people when they talk about MLS, especially a lot of people on Twitter. Like, oh, a lot of people want it to be so much like the European leagues, and that's just not how it is. That's just the reality of having a sports league in America that's like the 4th or 5th most popular league in the country. That's a reality that MLS fans and people that fifth, 4th or 5th, depending on you.
There's no arguing for 4th.
You could say maybe hockey.
NHL is a lot bigger, and then
exactly.
MLB
So let's say 5th. So we're the 5th most popular league in a massive country. Like, people need to get over that we're not gonna be like Europe in 100% of the ways.
5th biggest domestic league. Because because Premier League and La Liga might be bigger in Ligue 1.
Exactly.
than MLS too. So,
but that kind of proves my point. Like, we have to get over this. We have to be exactly like how it is in Europe. We're gonna try some shit out. That's how we do it in America. We try shit until it works, and when we find a format that works perfectly, maybe, which I know you probably won't like, but maybe this format doesn't work, and we go back to the format we had before, or maybe we go back to aggregate. Who knows?
Well, what things are kind of connecting here, because you're talking about MLS trying things. One of the first things I ever tried was that goalie shootout.
Yeah, and people are clamoring for that to be brought back.
Yeah, I think it's more of a troll.
People love that shit. No, people love that shit. Yeah,
but if it was, they love it. But if it was real, they'd be pissed off. They would totally miss. Like, imagine losing a game and fucking like an important playoff match because of goalie war. It's like, no, no. There's no way, dude. Like, you could bring it back in MLS All-Star game, whatever, but you could never.
They said they are going to bring it back for the All-Star game and goalie wars too. They're going to bring it back.
All-Star game. It doesn't matter, you know. Do it against Liga MX if you want, whatever. Who cares? But don't ever make that part of the playoffs. Now, something they did make part of the playoffs is in these paper, scissors, rock games, as some people called it, right?
Yeah.
Where it's fucking best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Like we're little kids at the playground, like fighting for a Pokemon card or whatever. The part of this is no game ends in a tie. Every game has a winner or a loser. It's great, and you don't have to put up with extra time. So it's not like you're putting up 3 games and you have to put extra time. Everybody's like, rotting away. Fuck it, you're going straight to PKs.
I think that's a
Now,
great change. I think they should just implement that off rip. Even if it's
yeah,
out,
man.
they should definitely do it for the preseason. And maybe this is gonna be wild. Maybe
Wait,
do it
wait,
for the
what do you
regular
mean for
season.
preseason?
I mean postseason. Sorry, postseason. They
Yeah,
should
yeah,
they should 100% do it for the postseason. Game ends in it's a game, and after 90 minutes, go straight to a fucking
well,
shootout.
well, for the first round, I agree. I don't know about anything past that. After
I
after
think they
that,
should do
I
it for the
would say
playoffs
games.
overall. Just do it. Less
And
wear and tear for the players, because the players aren't playing a whole extra half. I mean 30 minutes, an extra half hour of extra soccer where there's injuries and all these something. Let's go straight to a penalty shootout. Just do it.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. I'll tell you why you're wrong. Did you watch MLS Cup final last year?
Of course I did.
Did you watch that extra time?
And
Did you
no,
watch that extra time?
true. I get
You
that.
would have robbed yourself of that. You would
You're
have
right.
robbed yourself of that of that moment of friggin' Christian Bale and shit and
Maybe
Bailey.
maybe take it off for MLS Cup then. Every the rest of the playoffs, but then MLS Cup have extra time.
Nah, I like it and everything past the first round, but we'll see
Okay.
whatever happens. So the next round actually does go to extra time. So your theory, maybe it'll come through one day. Maybe they'll add it to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll trickle it in or whatever. But for now, the round after the first round, which they call the conference semifinal,
Yeah.
that's the last 4 in each side. So that's 8 teams total left, 4 on East, 4 on West,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a single elimination game, highest seed hosting. No more razzle dazzle, best out of 3, straight to PKs. Everything's just back to normal, single elimination. And then you have your conference finals, regular as well, and MLS final, same as we've always had. I know you talked about neutral site earlier today.
I got that mixed up. Yeah, I got that mixed up.
That would be interesting for like maybe like some other domestic tournament or something
Mm-hmm.
that they ever do. Like if they do something like that'd be cool. But I don't know if CONCACAF Champions League is like that. I think is the final aggregate. I'm not even sure.
I honestly don't remember because I never really watched.
I think the final might even be aggregate for that. But it'd be cool if they made that if they made that happen for CONCACAF Champions League or something like neutral site. Just like
I don't think
the
it's
European
neutral because
Champions League.
I specifically remember. No, I don't
No,
believe it's neutral.
I think the finals aggregate and everything. I'm pretty sure the finals aggregate. And
Okay,
everything.
you could be right about
Because
that.
I remember Seattle doing it, which I think is weird. A final. being
Yeah, having a
aggregate,
final
but
aggregate is so fucking weird. If it's a
Yeah.
final, just do one game.
Make it a neutral site. That should be the neutral site. But
I think it should
Yeah.
be neutral.
which I like the MLS playoffs keeping it where the top seed gets the non-neutral.
That's 100% good.
because
Yeah, that's a must.
because that gives the supporter shield some worth where it already has like barely any worth.
Yeah.
But if you're the supporter shield champion, you're guaranteed home throughout the playoffs. Like LAFC, they won both. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yes, they did win both. Yes, they had a double last year. Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that's it. I think we broke it down as simply as you can.
One last thing I'll just go over real quick. They already posted the official dates. So the decision day is October 21st. Is the final day.
It's the last game of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the wildcard matches are October 25th to the 26th. So 2 days. I guess one East and West on each day. I guess. Round 1, best of 3 series, the 28th of October to the 12th of November.
So it'll be a week after,
Mm-hmm.
and the other ones will be a midweek game. So that's another disadvantage. Those teams will be playing on after a midweek game or whatever.
Conference semifinals and finals are November 25th to December 3rd. And then the MLS Cup presented by Audi is on December 9th this year.
Alrighty, so I'm excited for this year's playoffs. We'll talk later. I think we're gonna spoiler alert. I think we're gonna make it.
No, we're definitely,
it's
especially
gonna be-
expanded. We made 6 last year with on a condensed field. I guess you could say condensed because it's less than this year. But it's the 1 through 7 and the 8 and 9 at least get a postseason game, and then after that you're getting if you make the playoffs, you're probably guaranteed like if you win your wild card game, you have 4 games in the playoffs you get. You get about 3 or 4 games.
I don't want to make the wild card though. I don't.
I'm just saying for any team.
Yeah.
For any team, it's good because even if you make the postseason, you win 1 game, you get 2 more games at the least, maybe 3 games, because you have a whole series. The only thing I just don't like is changing the format every round. You go from a 1 game, then you go to a series, then you go back to single games. That's just weird to me.
Yeah, the whole thing's kind of weird. It's like, this is why everybody's confused and up in uproar, but everything's gonna be okay.
Mm.
Everything's gonna be just fine, and we're guaranteed a home playoff match if we
Yeah,
make
so
it.
that is one
Upside
great
seeds.
positive is that was another thing we didn't get a playoff match, even home match, even though we made the playoffs. So this way we have a much better chance of actually hosting a playoff game. So that'll be fantastic. Can't wait for that.
Want to get right into the jerseys now?
All right, so next the meat and potatoes, the fun part, because me and you both love jerseys so much. We collect jerseys. We got a bunch of jerseys at the last game. I actually I have my Fort Lauderdale jacket that I bought here from the Merge
Yeah,
Madness at the
the Fort Lauderdale one. I'm pissed it didn't have my size,
yeah, for
but
real.
yeah,
I lucked out and got
I,
this one, and Nano got the
I came
pants too.
yeah I came
So
up
we
on
lucked out on
three
that.
goalkeeper jerseys, bunch of shorts. That garage sale was really
It
cool.
was great. I
And then
actually should have bought more stuff.
meeting the players was really cool too. Thank you, and remind me that meet and greet was
That
pretty
was,
dope.
yeah, I didn't actually get to do it because I was just
Dude,
exhausted. I was
dude,
exhausted, and I had to go home.
I was so tired. I was so tired in that Yedlin line, and
Mm-hmm.
then I did the Escona one or whatever. I passed by Pizarro and showed him my tattoo, my Joker tattoo,
Nice.
and that was cool. But
Yeah, I
uh,
had been there since like 11 a.m. and I was just exhausted,
yeah,
so I went
me
home.
too. I was there like 20, 30 minutes before you. Remember? So
Yeah, sure. That's right. That's right. You
imagine
were there too. That's right.
imagine me, dude. I got burned. It was a tough day, but it
It
was
was
worth it.
great.
It was overall a good day. I got a flag signed by a bunch of players. I think it's a new tradition for me. I'm gonna try to get the flag over the years signed by like a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of
As
players and
much as you can,
eventually
yeah.
frame it and stuff. Got my Yedlin signatures. That was definitely a cool event. And oh, you know what? Sneak peek here. Wasn't on the menu. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about how we looked. A lot. That
Yeah,
was in
we can
live
do that. We can talk
podcast.
about that real quick before we go to jerseys. I think.
So
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
All right, so I was impressed with what I saw. That was a starting 11 from Neville. That was the starting 11 I think we're gonna see, and we'll talk about that later in the episode. But I think everybody played pretty well. Joseph and Leonardo had some shots at the goal that I wish they could have just like added some angle to,
Mm-hmm.
but shot right at the keeper. Either way, Pizarro got a nasty goal. Coco John got a nasty goal.
Yes, yo, Coco.
We
Yeah,
got on the scoreboard. We gave up a goal at the end,
yeah.
but there
The
was a
game
lot of
was 2-2,
subs.
by the way, for those that don't know.
Those yeah, and there was a lot of subs already at that point. He wasn't trying to get anybody too tired before the
Yeah.
game, the real game that counts. But I was impressed. I liked what I saw after a pretty shoddy preseason. Results wise, I thought that was a good game. I thought we looked well, and I thought it was a great day to be at the stadium.
It was great.
Um,
They should
yeah,
do that
it was
every
good.
year. Every year, the week before the first game, they should do an event like that where
Yeah, they
it's a
called it a
preseason game.
football fiesta.
Yeah, they should do
I think
that
they
every
called it
year.
the
It's great.
first. I think they called it the first annual football fiesta. I
There we
could be
go.
totally wrong here, totally wrong, but whatever, dude. They should do that every year. Invite an MLS team over. They can come practice in the warm. Hartford Athletic was playing Columbus Crew earlier in the day too. That was pretty cool.
Yes,
What
some
we were setting
Columbus
up.
fans, because I tweeted about it on the account, and some Columbus fans found it and they were asking questions about how people played in position, stuff like that. They found the tweet.
That's pretty cool. I
So
couldn't pay
and like
much.
and a
Although
reporter
I
like
saw,
retweeted it too. So it was like some Columbus reporters
yeah.
retweeting the information I was giving out.
Although that was really cool. Yeah. Although we were there at the same time we were setting up flags, so it's kind of like all right, I'd see it play for a second or two. And then
Sneaky. No, everybody was like setting up the flags like this, watching the game,
Yeah,
watching them
yeah,
play. Because whatever,
I was
people
doing
are
the same
playing in
thing.
front of you, so you gotta watch. So
Yeah. Yeah, I watched for the most part, and then like I'd be like, all right, I gotta focus.
yeah.
But it was definitely a cool event. So yeah, into the jerseys, they actually debuted our new jerseys at the game at the
Yes,
Football
that's true.
Fiesta. So
So, well, technically, they posted about the day before, but at the
they
football
beat them on the
fiesta
field though. They
on
beat
the
them
field,
on the
yes,
field. Though,
they actually
yeah.
played in the uniforms on the field. Austin wore their away jerseys, so it didn't clash as much. But yeah, we wore our La Noche jerseys. They look great. We'll go through them. We're gonna go through all of them in alphabetical order, so we're not gonna start with our jerseys.
They look great according to you.
I think they look. Well, like I said, we'll get into each of them.
I disagree. I don't
All
like
right,
that
cool.
much. But
All right, so let's get started with the jerseys.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So we're gonna go in alphabetical order by city. So we are going to start with Atlanta. This one is called. Also, each jersey has a name, so I'll go through those as well. This one is called the 17s. What do you think of this one here?
Like you said, you described it to me earlier, and you read my mind. Basic Atlanta jersey.
It
I
is.
guess it's five
Yes.
stripes. Are two of the stripes always black and three always red? I don't
Yes,
get it. Do they mix
yeah,
it up?
because one of the nicknames is the 5 stripes, so it's always 3 red, 2 black stripes. Yet also keep in mind they all have a similar template, but I think the actual design is actually really cool. What it is cool. Everybody has the same template with the stripes, the lines on the sides, and the line on the back of the jersey. Everybody has that. But this year, I think
and the logo and the Adidas logo
and the Adidas logo. It's just a simple logo, not
and the
not
placement, the placement of the sponsors and all that.
Yeah, not like this one where it actually says Adidas. It's just the 3 stripes on all of them. And I think they get a really good. This is what I've been asking for MLS a lot. Even if they're just templates, they all have a bit of creativity. Even some of the basic ones like Natural that we'll see coming up at least have a bit of a story behind them, so it makes sense for each team. I think they did a really good job by doing interesting designs for everybody. But back to Atlanta here. So like you said, it's a very simple jersey. It speaks, even for this one, the creativity is okay, but it means something to Atlanta fans. Atlanta fans will see this and they're like, yes, that is an Atlanta United jersey. And it's a bit different. Very few teams do vertical stripes like that. We'll see next. Austin did something. They also had stripes on their last jersey, and it seems like they're going to keep doing stripes, but they did a little bit of something different. So if you want, we can go on to that one. This one is called...
Well, wait. Oh, let me ask you this, though. Because you said they're all supposed to have a story behind them, right?
Kind of, yeah.
I ask myself,
some of them do.
And I ask myself, what's the story behind Atlanta? And I guess it's, like you said, it's what the fans expect it to look like.
I think this is supposed to be a reference to their first jersey.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I thought when they said the 17s. And that's what it all comes down to. I think it's a really classic look in a way, right? It's very simple, but it executes pretty well.
It's definitely an Atlanta jersey. That's definitely what we can say about that.
Is that their first sponsor too? That might have been their first sponsor.
They've always had that sponsor, the American Insurance. Yeah, they've always.
They've never changed.
I think they're like it's like a local sponsor. Yeah, so they've never changed that sponsor.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's horrible. I think it's better than the Inter jersey.
Okay, cool.
How about that?
All right, cool.
How about that?
All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah, Austin.
All right, next
I don't
one
think this is better than the Inter
next
jersey.
one, we got Las Voces from, I hope I'm saying that right, from Austin. And this one is very polarizing. What do you think about this one, Mario?
Is this supposed to be piano keys or something?
I think they're just... I think what they're doing is they're doing similar to...
vocal cords?
I didn't even think about that. Oh my god!
What does this have to do with the voices?
They're just calling it that, I guess.
I guess.
What I think they're trying here is for similar to Atlanta, how they've stuck on this motif of stripes. We're gonna have stripes on our home jerseys. So this one they pulled. I'm pretty sure you guys remember that Barcelona jersey that had the flag with the stripes on it. That's similar to what I think they're trying here. Just said fuck it, put stripes everywhere because we have to have Verde and black. So just try something interesting and cool. I don't think it's a bad jersey. Would I buy this jersey if I were a neutral fan? Probably not. But like I said, they tried something, and it's a very polarizing jersey. You don't feel mediocre about the jersey. You don't feel ambivalent to the jersey. You either love it or you hate it, and it's kind of like in wrestling. The worst reaction in wrestling for a wrestler is indifference. Either if you get the crowd to feel something, then that's a good thing. And I think that this kind of does it. It's bold, it's brash. Like I said, I wouldn't wear it, but it's interesting.
I think you called it polarizing, and I think that's the best way to describe it. And it's weird because instantly I hate it. Like the moment I see it, I hate it.
You feel something.
But I look at it, and it grows on me in a way. It's almost like, I hate to say it, but it's almost artistic.
But also think of that. Imagine, so this kind of reminds me of, remember our USA jersey, the one with the blue and red stripes, all the different lines? You know where they got that design from, right?
No.
There's like, you can look it up on Wikipedia. There were like naval ships that would use that design, so it would be hard to spot them at a distance. That's kind of what the motif was. So imagine, because it's a bunch of lines going everywhere. So imagine a sea of people in their, whatever their stand is. You just see stripes of black and green everywhere.
Yeah, it's almost camouflagey. Yeah. I don't know, I'll tell you this about the Austin jersey before we move on to the next one, and it applies to both. It applies to the Austin one and the Atlanta one. If I was an Austin fan, if I was an Atlanta fan, I think those would be instant buys for me. La Noche isn't an instant buy for me, and it wasn't an instant buy for you either. I'll tell you that much.
Only because of the price. I wanted it, but only because of the price. I'll tell you that.
But if you were an Austin fan, if I was an Austin fan, I won't speak for you. I'll speak for myself. If I was an Austin fan, I'd buy that one for the price. If I was an Atlanta fan, I'd buy that one for the price.
For the two, let's call it
And
260
moving on to
or
the next one,
116.
and moving on to the next one. And if I was a Charlotte fan, I'd buy that one too.
So we got the Charlotte one up here. This one's called Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
I like the colors on this one, even though there's a lot of blue and purple is very close to the blue that they have. I think it's a cool jersey. It's kind of hard to tell in the
Yeah, it's
in
pretty
the
cool.
design, but there's little crowns, kind of like our first jersey had little herons on it,
Yeah.
embossed.
Yeah,
This one has little crowns embossed on the jersey as well. So I think it's a really cool shade of purple. I like it, and they have it with the accents of the pink and the blue. I think it's a nice away jersey. I just think it's the only thing I don't like is just too close to their home jersey. That's all.
I don't know where the pink came from, but I know the purple came from the Hornets.
I'm pretty sure it's
Kinda
just
like
an
an answer
accent
to the
color.
Hornets.
It's probably just an accent color.
Yeah, probably just an accent color. It does bring it out pretty good.
Yeah.
I think the jersey could do without. I think my only complaint is that accent. I think
Mhm.
it could do without it. I think those stripes could have been blue,
I was gonna
like
say
the
yeah. I
same
was gonna
blue,
ask yeah. You should it
or
should be
or
blue.
even white or something.
I think
or
it would
even
be
white or
nice if it
something.
was just the blue. I think that would be a nice.
I
But it's
think
not
the
bad.
pink adds too much to it, but it's not bad. And
Mhm.
I know I'm a little pissed off, and I say instant buy. You know, maybe the Charlotte one wouldn't be an instant buy. Maybe the Atlanta one wouldn't. The Austin one maybe too. But you know, who knows? Maybe there's Austin fans the same thing. They're upset, but I doubt it. I don't know. There's somebody's got to like it. You know, and people like La Noche.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. You ready for Chicago? This is a popular one.
Chicago's one. I like this one. This one's called a kit for all. I think this is
Kit
pretty
for
cool.
all?
That's what it's called. Yeah, a kit for all.
Yeah, well, it does a good job of the colors of the flag. I think they finally settled on a good crest that's
Mhm.
like, you know, not too cringy MLSE and
Yeah.
not too
It's unique.
like.
Yeah, it has the Florida
Yeah,
cross.
it took them long enough to arrive at this.
Mhm.
But it's a good look. You know what it reminds me of? 3D glasses, like those 3D
Yes.
glasses.
Yeah. It looks
Yeah,
like that.
and
I don't know if you saw the release video, which I think is a good touch that they did.
yeah, it was dope. It was
Yeah,
dope.
they
I
had
saw that.
confetti with the shapes like how you have on the shirt here.
Yeah.
They were like throwing confetti and it looked really cool against the confetti. I think it's a
Yeah,
good
it was,
away
it was a
jersey.
good look.
And it's good. It's hard to have away jerseys with the same colors as your home, but they did a good job with using a lot of white and then using the team colors as an accent, and then placing that badge right in the center and placing the Adidas logo. This is just a pet peeve of mine. Placing the like a brand logo above your crest is just sacrilege to me. That's just me being
Yeah.
a football purist. That's just me. But it's still a good design. I can see why they did it here and why they did it in LAFC's kit last year. I can see why they did a center badge, and I don't mind it because it fills up. They fill up the space where the badge would normally be, and they have the. I don't know if they're using a sponsor this year. I'm not sure why the middle is blank.
Yeah, maybe
I saw.
I don't have a sponsor yet.
I
There's
saw-
space for one there.
There's space for
space
one,
for a sponsor
and I
there.
saw another. I
Yeah.
saw this. I saw a tweet, which I don't think they're doing this, but they put a number in that space, and it looks really nice.
Yeah.
But
For
I
now.
don't think they're gonna
For
do it.
now.
I think they'll just put a. I don't think they'll just put a sponsor.
They'll put their number for now. Once they get a sponsor, they'll fill it up.
I don't think they'll put a
Um,
number at all because Colorado before they actually have a sponsor this year, but before they had no sponsor, neither did we. So I think you just leave it blank for now.
Yeah, we didn't put numbers in the front.
Yeah.
Maybe they leave it blank. We'll
Yeah,
see,
that's
but
MLS. They don't do that. They don't do that at all.
Although I'm not a big fan of center crest, I do feel like this one gets pulled off right, and this is one of my favorite jerseys.
I think it's a
from,
great jersey.
from the new MLS. Yeah,
I
it's
would
a really
buy
good one.
this. I would definitely buy this.
Yeah, 100%. No,
Yeah.
$190, $200, whatever. I would spend it. If
I would
that was
definitely
the
buy
price.
that. All right.
If that was pink and black, if all of that was pink and black,
That
same
would be
shit.
great. Yeah, that would be
I mean, come
fantastic.
on.
That would be instant buy. All right. Next we have
Alright.
Cincinnati with the River kit.
The bridge. On
Yes,
their
I like
collar.
that emblem on
And
that
on
collar,
this
the Cincinnati
collar.
Bridge. That's actually a really cool
Yeah.
alt emblem.
Yeah. Whoa, we have bridges. Look at us.
Yeah, a major city with a bridge. How novel! Oh no, we
I love
as if we
making
don't got a
fun of
bajillion
Ohio.
those. But
I love making fun of them.
yeah,
Sorry,
I think this
Ohio.
is a pretty cool jersey. The water effect is actually really nice. I think
Yeah.
it if it didn't have that, it would look very, very, very
What's
plain.
it called again? It's called the River, right?
Yeah, it's called the
Something
River Kit. Yeah, so they have the little splash of water. I think it looks really cool. I think that splash of water brings it together. If it didn't have that, it would be a very plain matte jersey. But I think that brings it out. And I like that Cincinnati. They like to use these two shades of blue. They like to use that regular blue and that dark blue. I like that they like to do that.
I can't like this jersey. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It feels gimmicky to me. At first, I want to like it. At first, I'm like, oh, pretty cool. But the more I look at it, I'm like, that's just a stream of water, and it looks like a stream of urine, almost. Like,
I'm pretty sure Columbus fans will be saying that.
yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't. I guess it looks kind of cool at first, but see, this is one I wouldn't spend the money on for sure. Yeah,
Gotcha.
next.
All right. So this is gonna be controversial. I hope this isn't gonna be too
Whoa,
controversial. This next kit is
this
actually
is
my
cool.
favorite of all the jerseys.
This is pretty cool.
This is my
I
favorite.
hated it at first sight. I hated it at first sight.
No, I love it.
And then
First sight.
and then I'm like, oh shit, this is cool as fuck. Actually,
So
no.
this is the New Day jersey from Colorado. This is legit. I think the best one out of all of them.
It's fresh. It's fresh
It's
as
so
fuck.
nice. The
It's
light
super
blue,
dope, super dope, yeah.
the accents of the orange, that little heart on the top that you see there. The monochrome badge is really nice because
That'd
normally
be cool with like a colorful set of boots, you know, or
I
shoes or
think-
something to match.
yeah, I haven't seen the full uniform yet. The only full uniform I've seen are Austin, ours, and Philadelphia.
I would go to like a dark blue pair of shorts there. I don't know what they would do.
They'll probably do
Maybe
the
like a
light
red,
blue, like on the
Or red, or even like a yellow or something. But I
red
don't
shorts
know
will
about that.
actually be pretty dope.
Yeah, red would be dope, or maybe they had a design to the shorts. Who knows? But
Yeah.
those are hard.
I think
Those
this
jerseys are
is
hard.
my favorite. By
You
far.
know, we've yet to play this team, right? We've never
Yes,
played
this is
the
one of the teams
Colorado
we have
Rapids.
never played because they're on the
And
West Coast.
we're not playing any new teams this year. I think on our schedule.
Yeah, because
That's something we have to talk about either. That kind of pisses me off.
yeah, we
4
we
years
should at
in the
least
league
like
and
every
there's-
year we should have like a couple teams west that we normally don't play.
This one, the next one. This one has like a racing name, doesn't it? I forgot. the
Yes,
name
this
of it.
one is Columbus is called Velocity, emphasis on the city.
Oh,
This
cute.
one, it's not bad. I give this one a C minus if I had to grade it. It's not a bad away jersey. It's better than their home jersey. I'll tell them that. I'll say that much. It's better than their home jersey.
I can't remember what their home jersey looks like, but
It's just
It's
it's
okay.
it's similar to this. It has hexagons, but it's yellow. But I
It's
think this one
okay.
looks better.
this is one of those that I wouldn't get. I
Nah.
wouldn't get this.
Mm.
I'd probably get this over ours, maybe.
I wouldn't say that. It's an okay
not too
jersey.
fond of
It's
it.
not great, but it's an away jersey. I think like this is the standard.
It's cool.
This
the
is the
concept
standard
of it
for an
is
away
cool.
jersey. I think the bottom floor should be something like this for an away.
It's not bad. It's not good. To me, it's whatever. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
cool.
meh, and
It-
and that's the
I guess
best
that's
I can
how
say.
ours. I guess that's how our jersey is for me too. I guess it's meh.
All right,
whatever.
this one's
We're
very
not messing up
interesting.
our jersey.
Next one we got Dallas. This one's called Burn Baby Burn.
Is that a horse or a
So
Pegasus, or what
that
it?
is their original logo was a horse breathing fire. That was their original because they're originally called the Dallas Burn. So
Oh, okay.
that horse was their original logo before they have the logo they
So
have
this
now.
is a reference. This is a reference to the old MLS.
Yeah, and
Dallas
they
Burn.
wore like bright red. So those flames that you see there, that was the exact flames that they used in their emblem. So just plastered
is
all
cool.
over it.
This is cool, but this could have been so much cooler. So
I can
much
see that.
cooler.
Yeah, I'm not.
This could've been
I'm not
so
sure
much
about the
cooler,
colors.
dude.
I'm not sure about the colors that they used. I get it's an away jersey, so they can't use red. I don't think it's a bad jersey. I think it's an interesting concept that they just put a bunch of flames on that shit, and it's a cool reference to their original branding. As you can see, the horse on the back collar there, that was the original Burn logo. But I think for an away jersey, I think that's pretty good.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
I think they could have done better, but it's still a cool concept. Just fuck it, put flames on it, like.
Yeah, but it could have been executed so much better. Like flames,
Mhm.
you could get away with such cool shit with flames. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could have done some crazy like new techie looking flames as a digital looking. I don't know.
If it was
Coulda-
black, like
you could
because
have made it
the
yellow. You could have
Mhm.
made it yellow with like red and black accents. You know, I know it's an away jersey, but like you could have figured something out. You could have made like a stripe. That I don't know.
I wonder how I think
This is cool.
I think it might look better in full
This is cool.
uniform.
Maybe, but
I think so.
I don't know. I think at first it looks like okay. At first it looks kind of like camo. And if, you
Yeah,
have no
kinda.
idea, and if you have no idea what Dallas Burn is, it's also like, what the fuck am I looking at? So,
Mhm.
yeah, whatever.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
DC. Is this? Oh, this is cool. This is the cherry blossom.
They finally
correct?
did it. The fans have been clamoring for a Cherry Blossom sponsor inspired kit, and they finally got this. So this one is literally just called Cherry Blossom. Yeah.
Fire. It's dope.
People,
It's
I saw
everything I
some
wish
people
it
saying
is.
they could have gone more, but I think it's a decent. It's subtle. You can see the cherry blossoms very clearly. It's an away jersey, so it can't be black. So they're gonna have to
It's
do a
everything
different
I've ever
color.
wanted in an inter jersey.
Yeah,
It's
I can.
everything I've ever.
I
just
can
wanted,
see a lot of
something
people
like
saying that. I think it's too much white. But then again, there's already a team in the league that wears a pink jersey, so I can see why they went with white on the pink accents. But I think
I mean,
it's pretty cool.
they want. Well, I'll tell you why they went with white. You're trying to accent the cherry blossom.
Mm-hmm.
And the white background. I guess I guess
Oh,
black would have been better.
mm-hmm.
But if you would do black, it looks very much like an Inter Miami jersey too.
I think that if they did
Um,
black or pink, it would look too much like Inter Miami, so they had to
yeah,
go with white. Yeah. All
they
right.
probably, I think
And
it
we
looks
don't
good
wear
though.
white jerseys anymore, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
All right. Next up, we have Houston with El Sol.
El Sol,
I think
nice.
this is the most boring jersey out that have been released this year. This has to be the most boring one. You can see that kind of like, I don't know what the term is, that kind of pattern that they have down there.
Hexagonal.
Yeah,
Hexagonal.
that,
Kinda
cause they have
looks
they
like a
have
V.
like they put that pattern on like the ponchos and stuff like that down
But
there
the
in Texas.
Texas,
Yeah,
the Texas is dope on the back collar though.
that
I like
Texas
the
logo in
Texas.
the back is pretty dope. But my problem is that design, and I had this problem with some of our jerseys too. You can't really see the design unless you look really, really close and squint and get up in there. And
Yeah,
if you're gonna have a design like that, make it prominent, put it out there. That because I've seen a lot of clothing, especially because it's near the border, on the Mexican and on the Texas side of clothing with this pattern in it. So why not make that prominent and be like, yes, this is Houston,
yeah,
this is our culture, and bam, put it out there. But it's such a subtle design, it just gets lost. And it looks like another Houston Dynamo jersey.
yeah. I agree. I don't think I got any more to add to that. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's just a basic ass
It's
jersey. I think it's the most
uh,
boring one.
I,
Speaking.
my last take on it though is just like you said. The closer I look at it, the more I like it. But like you have to look very
You have
closely
to
into
like
it.
sit there like, okay, now I see the fact. You shouldn't have to do that. Especially a bright orange jersey. That jersey, you're out walking in on the
I
street
do.
wearing that.
I do
That's just
like.
gonna pop out.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. So
Yeah,
what you were gonna say? The SKC is classic and boring too, or what were you
it's
gonna say about that?
it's classic Midwest, boring, middle of the road. This is Kansas City. This
No,
is
it's
just called.
fresh.
It's literally just
It's
called hoops.
fresh.
No, it's not a bad jersey. It's
Hoops
just
4.0. Hoops 4.0.
yeah. Sorry, hoops 4.0 because that's their thing is doing the hoops. Like how Atlanta has stripes, they have the hoops. It's a Kansas City jersey. That is Kansas City,
Yeah.
100%. I feel the same way I
I
feel
like
about
it.
Atlanta for this one. It's a good jersey. It's just they're simple. It's simple in their motif. I saw this YouTuber who was a Kansas City fan. He was saying how they use a lot of Argyle patterns in their jerseys,
They do.
and they should have used it here. Even if they have hoops and then Argyle in the middle, that
Nah,
would have been dope too.
nah.
You gotta
I like it just
I guess you
how it is.
gotta fake one or the other, either hoops or Argyles. If you mix them, you get a lot of
Yeah,
shit going on. So
I like what's going on with this jersey. It's
yeah,
fresh.
it's
It's
a nice jersey.
classic look. It looks cool.
Here's another
It's dope.
here's another
Here's my
controversial
favorite.
one. Here's a
Here's my
controversial one.
favorite.
We got LAFC with smokescreen.
Or one of my favorites. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I'd say this is my favorite so far.
I like this one. It's just I've never been a big fan of green, and it's just a weird shade of green to me. That's just my personal thing. I just
I
don't
like
like
it.
green.
It's
and
almost like a gold. This reminds me of a crayon I used to have in the. You ever had like the big 64 pack of crayons that have like some really crazy colors? You're like, when am I ever gonna use this?
mhm.
It was one that like this gold green, and I'd use it like
Yeah.
big money or something.
And it makes sense
I don't
because
know.
they
I
wear
like
gold
it.
in their they have gold in their
Yeah.
colors. So it's like a golden green. I just don't get why green. You have a black jersey and then a kind of dark green jersey. That's just kind of a weird combo for me.
It's like an olive. It's like an olive goldish green. I don't know.
Mhm, mhm,
I like the. I definitely love the pattern on it. It reminds me of La Palma, but it's more accented. Like you said, it's something you can see more.
mhm.
It's smoke. It definitely represents the fan base. The
Al-
32,
Also,
52.
the logo that they
Yeah.
use, they just use the LA. They don't use the whole crest, which I think we should start doing. Either just the M or just the badge part
The
instead of
herons. The
with
herons.
either the herons or just the badge part without the circle around it. I think we
Yeah,
should
that'd be
start
cool on
doing
a
that like
jersey.
this.
That'd be cool on a
But yeah,
jersey, I agree.
they have
And it adds a star to it.
and it has
That'd
the
be
star.
first star.
Yes, so because they're defending
Yeah.
champs, so they have the star. Also, look at their badge on the sleeve. It has the MLS Cup trophy in it as well
Cool.
because they're the defending
Yeah,
champions.
that's badass.
All right.
All right, on to the next LA team.
Staying in South California, this is literally just called the LA kit from LAFC. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
LA Galaxy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's sacrilege. I shouldn't say that, but sorry. LA Galaxy. You're both from LA. Shut up. Don't get mad. This
Alright,
one is
so-
actually inspired, as you can see on the little jog tag there. It's inspired by the flag of Los Angeles.
Oh, nice. That's LA flag. I had no idea.
Mhm.
It reminds me of some of their original jerseys.
Which is, I think,
Original
that's where
colorways.
the colors came from, and yes, it is a reference to their original.
I like it. I don't like the collar and the sleeves as much.
Mm.
I think they could have done it a little different. I think they could have made this a little better, but I don't hate it.
I think it's good for an
And
away jersey. It's definitely a great away jersey. It is a bit plain because the only designs are on the collars and sleeves. I actually like the collars and sleeves. I wish they actually did more with it. Imagine if they had the collar sleeve and then like the same design, like a stripe of those. I don't know what you would call those designs across like maybe the chest, something like that. I think they could have done a bit more with those colors.
yeah, they could have. I agree.
All right,
But overall, I like them.
all
Not
right.
too bad. And
Here we
on to the
go.
big one.
Here we're gonna have the biggest argument. We have Inter Miami with La Noche. What do you think? So I know
I'm
you
trying
don't.
to like it.
You're
I'm
trying to like
trying
it.
to like
All right.
it.
So now you can give your thoughts more in depth. Go ahead.
I'm trying to like it. I'm looking at it.
Mhm.
What do I see? I see a wave pattern that's pretty Miami. You know, that's cool. I don't. Is it a wave? I don't know. They said something about it's like vibrancy in the night. I forgot how they
It's really
tried
like
to describe
energy,
it.
vibrancy, buzzword.
I don't like the fact that it's hooped.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish it was around the whole jersey.
That would look
Um,
so weird. The whole jersey like that. I don't. I would mind it, but I don't mind the hoop. Again, I feel the same way like La Palma. They should make it more
it's
prominent.
a lazy jersey. It's a lazy jersey to me. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's similar to Obama, like whatever. If you made those designs pink or something,
Not
fuck yeah,
even
I would
just
love it.
more
Yeah,
visible.
no, make them pink. How do you make them more visible? They're fucking the same color. You gotta make them a different color. You know, you
That's what
can't
I'm
make
saying.
it the
Like
same
make it like a
colors.
gray, like a light gray.
Why not make it pink? It's our second. It's
Because
our number one
we have
color.
a pink jersey already. How you gonna make
So
a
make a black,
How you
a
gonna have
black and
a
pink
pink
one.
jersey and then another jersey that's half of pink?
Black. What's black and what's primary? It's primary black.
So
You're
for
adding pink accents to it. What's wrong with
but
adding pink
if they're
accents to
hooped
it?
with the same thickness as those designs, that's like a half and half pink.
Nah,
Pink and
I
white.
don't hoop it though. Don't hoop it though. Like instead of hooping it, add the designs without the hoops and just like I don't know, make some cool looking like wavy, trippy Miami neon. Like
Mm-hmm.
make it look like Ocean fucking Drive. You know, like make it look
Mm-hmm.
neonish. Like I'm even looking at the next one, Minnesota, that's coming up. Like there's this Northern Lights and their shit looks. Actually, that's my favorite one. Talking about favorite
Yeah,
ones, that one's
we can
fucking
go ahead
sick.
to that one real quick. So while we're
And
talking
we
about
can compare it because that's what you expect in a Miami jersey, and it's fucking
it.
Minnesota. It's the northern. It's the border of Canada,
Yeah,
Great Lakes.
it's
I
South
know
Canada.
Northern
Yeah,
Lights are beautiful. Northern Lights are green and shit. Like I don't know,
yeah.
whatever.
Actually think for this one they could have gone more because having the top half like design and then leaving it halfway down white. I think they could have. I think instead of doing it like at like I guess you call it center, I think they should do it near that it should have gone all the way almost to the bottom of the jersey. I think that would have looked
Yeah, it would
better.
have been cool. That would have been cool. That would
But
have
then
been cool.
again, their home jersey is blue anyways.
Yeah, and whatever. Like if Minnesota was ours, I would have instantly bought it. And ours, I'm not gonna instantly buy, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll eventually get my hands on it. Maybe I'll wait for a sale or something. If it ever comes, it probably will.
Just to
Um,
circle back
yeah,
real quick to La Noche to give my reason. I like the jersey a lot. Again, like I mentioned, it looks a lot better with the accents on the side and the back. I think if it didn't have that, it wouldn't be a great jersey. But the fact that there's so much pink accents, like you think there should be more. I think it's a good touch. It's not too much. Like it's predominantly black, and everything else is pink. Stripes, sponsors, even the badge. I don't know if you noticed is monochrome, which is a great touch instead of having
I
the
don't like
part.
that. I hate that. I hate that too.
I think it works on
It
this
still hasn't
jersey.
grown on me. It works on this jersey. I'll give you that. It works on this jersey, but
I think it works for
I
this
just.
jersey. But for our home jersey, no. But for this one,
Oh
it
yeah,
works.
no, no. It's not on the home jersey either. It's only
Yeah,
on this one.
which is I think is
But
perfect.
I, I, I s- I guess it works on this one. That's one thing this jersey has going for it, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
having the badge monochrome helps, and having the fact that it's just black and accents of pink without any other colors, I think is what helps it. And the fact that the back, the bottom, and the sides are pink, along with all the stripes, all the logos, all the branding, everything is just monochrome, or sorry, I should say two colors. I think that makes it a decent kit.
I would have stayed with La Palma
Okay, cool.
if it
All right,
was up to me.
so
If it was up to
we
me.
already talked about Minnesota. Then we're gonna go into Nashville. This is called
Yeah.
the Man in Black kit. This is a reference to Johnny Cash.
What's the reference?
It
Inform me.
there's a song about there was a song I think it's literally called Man in Black where he talks about why he wears black clothes all the time.
Okay.
So that's why the thing is, and it makes sense because Nashville has a very bright home jersey. So to go to
Yeah.
a black away jersey, there's no color clash.
Offset's pretty good.
It's very easy to not color clash with any teams because, like, say if they're playing Columbus with the Velocity kit, they were their bright gold kit. They don't call it yellow; they call it gold. And then it's really good. They have really distinguishing kits so that they can easily go through them. And it's a black, so it's good for anybody that buys a jersey. Just a plain black jersey. It looks nice. It's a bit too plain for my taste. I get the reference because Johnny Cash famously only wore all black, so it makes sense for them. But it's literally just a black jersey, like with no design. At least ours has a bit of design on it. This is literally just a black jersey with gray accents.
I like the nod to Johnny Cash. I think the little emblem on the bottom right is cool too. But yeah, I agree with you. I do feel it's a little lazy.
It's just a very simple play.
They could have added like a cool like imprint on it or something engraved.
Like that really famous like the really famous Napoli jersey with, like, I think it has like Maradona's face on it. Or something like that. Like that. Yeah. What they could have done that with the Cash logo, but the actual I've seen from the comments I've seen, the natural fans love it. So
a lot of people love it. And good for them.
All right. Next we got
River
New England.
Oh, I thought it was
sorry, River Plate. Sorry. New England with the Defiance kit.
Cool, I guess.
It's okay. I think they should have just done a simple, like you mentioned, River Plate. The fact that it's like a faded Sanson slide, that's kind of weird. From what I saw in
it looks like when you're twisting the mop,
like you're wringing out a dish rag. Exactly.
Is the wringing it out jersey.
Yeah.
It's not too bad though.
It's not too bad. I think the fact that it's like that faded part is kind of weird. It's supposed to be a reference to that new emblem that has that slash through it. That's what it's supposed to be a reference to, but it's not bad. It's that pattern is kind of weird to me, but it's not bad. It's an away jersey, so there it is. That's an away jersey.
So
next we have NYFC with the Interborough kit.
I just got the reference.
Yes,
it's supposed to be the subway station.
Those subway station tiles. Yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to be.
I guess it looks cool. But
it's New York.
It looks cool, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of much.
It's just it looks like scales.
Yeah,
it looks like a lizard.
Like Slytherin.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a snake reference. Even on the you notice how the bigger tiles on the shoulder, they literally look like scales. They don't look like tiles.
It does. It looks very scaly.
Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be like a snake or a dragon or something. That's weird. And we'll talk about
dragons. I think you gotta look into it too much. Dragons. We're talking about dragons today.
You'll see. You'll see.
Oh, whoa.
All right, but that's coming up later. Next up, we have their rivals, New York Red Bulls. This is called the Daniel Patrick kit.
Who's Daniel Patrick? I like him.
He's the guy that designed the jersey. I don't know if this is true or not. This said this is the first kit designed by an artist. That's what they claimed.
Oh,
like they just hired an artist to design the kit for him, and this is what he came up with.
I like it. We should do it more. Do this for Inter Miami. Right, like do some cool shit like this with black with like pink smotches like that, dude. Like you say that okay, the home jersey's pink, whatever, but like a black with like a light pink like that, it's almost this is a primarily yellow kit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is. It's got a little light green on it, whatever.
I think it's like
it's beautiful.
I think it's a blue.
Chef's kiss. You know what? I keep picking new favorite ones. This is my
favorite. No, like I said, this is the best jersey release that MLS has ever done. Like this is really hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah. No, not anymore. Not anymore. This one's, and now that you told me that an artist made it too.
Yeah, they commissioned a specific artist.
Came out. A little art snob came out of me, bro. Fuck that. That's dope. We should be having artists designing MLS jerseys. We're paying fucking these shitty ass graphic designers not doing anything.
And I've said this before on the show that every team should have a third kit designed by a local artist. That would make so much money. So much.
That would be really cool. And it'd be cool shit too.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody have their own style and everything. It'll be great. They'll make so much money. Speaking of boring jerseys, we have the Wall from Orlando.
They're so lame. They're so fucking lame, dude. Oh my god. Next. That's it.
No,
next.
I know. I'm gonna take a second to talk about this.
They love it. No,
they whatever. Do love it. They're gonna love anything they release. They're insufferable. It could have been a jersey with a literal turd on it, and they would eat it up.
This is the wall that Hagrid does the 3 to the right, 2 to the bottom to get into Diagon Alley.
I love that they call that section the wall, and it's never filled. I love that for them. It's so great. It's not even a wall. It's a fence. It has holes in it.
At
Like
best.
it's. I mean, similar to the Atlanta. I mean, Austin. Like I said,
I'd
a
call it
whole
a dumpster.
a whole group of people wearing this. But same thing. Like I said to Houston, you can see it pretty good here on the photo. But in their release video that I saw, you can barely tell what the pattern is.
They should have a dumpster on it. Is what they should have. Dumpster design.
No, that's what Explorer is. Next, anyways, here's one that's really funny. We got Philadelphia with the 4 Philly kit.
Pretty cool.
People were saying this looks like the entrance to The Simpsons.
I
With the clouds, people were saying that. And the shorts are blue.
like it.
The shorts are like
It's pretty
bright
cool.
blue.
I think it's pretty cool. Here's something they did too. They went away from the crest is on the back collar.
That's another thing.
And then they use the snake.
They use the snake as
there.
they use their secondary logo as their emblem, and they put the regular.
The only
logo
thing
on the
I
back.
don't like. The only thing I don't like is that they're sponsored by the Thomas McMuffins or whatever they're called.
I mean, they're always sponsored by like food
by
companies.
Bimbo.
Yeah, they're all
By
sponsored by
Bimbo
food and
before.
bread companies. It's weird. Fucking carbs.
I think that sponsor looks kind of lame, but whatever.
It does look weird. I'm so used to the Bimbo sponsor. I actually have a jersey with the Bimbo sponsorship on it.
Is this Argyle or is this Plaid coming up?
This is plaid. It's literally called plaid. That's literally what the jersey is called from Portland. It's literally just called plaid.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It's
Reminds
very
me of
Portland.
Scotland.
It's very
Yeah.
Portland. They wear plaid up there, and they'd be chopping trees and shit. So yeah, this is the Portland kit called plaid, and it's plaid.
It's cool. See, this is a sponsor I like. The Alaska Airlines looks cool.
That's always been a sponsor. Yeah.
And even going back to the Philly one, what's the camo got to do? Is it like a Navy? City?
I don't know. No, I don't know if it's navy. I think it's just supposed to be cloud and smoke.
Oh,
I think it's just supposed to be like a smoke pattern. So yeah,
The Simpsons.
Yeah, people call it.
It looks like camo to me.
It's kind of a mix of both. Yeah. So we got that.
Actually, looks pretty cool. It looks artsy too.
It looks like it's like
You
drawn
look-
with crayons.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm looking at it deeper. It actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's one of the ones I like the most. Portland's pretty cool. Oh my God, RSL. Dude,
Then we have RSL with the Beehive State kit.
Oh, this is Colombia.
Yeah, this is
Colombia.
I think they call it like a champagne color. That's what they're to refer to it as.
It looks like pudding. You know that pudding, that yellowish, dark yellow pudding. That's what it looks like. But I guess if the bee, I didn't know they were the BFC.
Yeah.
I guess this jersey educated me, but that's as far as I'll go. Is it educated me?
Yeah, I think
Because
it's
everything
even
else
on
about it is kinda
it's even on their flag and everything. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
beehives
I
are
don't
like a
know. I don't
big
like it.
thing. It's supposed to like represent like hard work in industry and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't like it. Next,
It's not bad, but it's very meh. Next
it's
we have
bad. This is the worst one to me.
the worst
to
one.
me,
It's very plain. It's very plain.
This is the worst one. Absolute worst one.
It's plain. I just like the color of it. The color is a nice shade of gold.
No, it looks like urine. Again, it's like urine and honey mixed together. No, it's
mean,
bad.
How else do
It's
you make
bad.
honey? All right, next we have San Jose with the active fault line jersey. I love this one. I love
The
pattern.
geologist in me popped the hugest boner when
It's
when
such
they
a
called
nice
it the
design.
active fault line. I was like, oh, active fault line.
I think it's a
Like,
great design.
For those of you that don't know, my bachelor's is in geology, and I love rocks. It's kind of a little secret thing about me. And if you don't know, a lot of people know it. Whatever.
But yeah,
It's
I think
cool.
it's,
It looks
I
like
think
an
it's really cool.
It looks like an active fault line. It looks really cool.
Mhm.
Part of me wished there was a fucking like volcano coming out of it or something.
No,
and, like,
they should have put a
like,
volcano in the back on the
they
back tag.
They should have put a what's it called, like a like a side view diagram of the fucking tectonic plates.
There you
Then
go,
they would have
slashed
satisfied
in
me.
half. Well,
Then
but
they
I
would've
think it's a cool
really-
design. It'll look really
No,
nice
it's cool
on
though.
the field.
It's a cool jersey.
All right.
It's a cool jersey.
So this is what I was referring to when I was talking about
Whoa,
dragons. Next we have
whoa.
Seattle with the Bruce Lee kit.
This is fire.
This is
fire.
crazy. Yes, yeah, they got a dragon on it.
It's
They have his signature on the
fire.
jock tag. This is amazing.
This is fire. What does he have to do to Seattle? Is he from the
I think he's like either from the area or like I don't know if he's from there, but like or like live there or something like that. But yeah, I was just in, they did the Jimi Hendrix last year. They doing this year.
The Jimi Hendrix one is really cool.
We need a Celia Cruz kit. I think we should do that.
Yeah, bro.
We need a Celia Cruz kit. I'm telling you.
A Willie Chirino kid. Dog.
Yeah, exactly, for real. A Pitbull kit.
Yeah, Pitbull, put a Trick
For
Daddy
real.
kid.
But I think this is
Trick Daddy,
fantastic.
Trina. I think this is great. I think this is what
Probably one of the
everyone
best
should.
ones.
I think everybody should strive to make jerseys this fucking cool. This is a really cool jersey.
All right.
And see on the Miami element of it all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, dude. Like with Vice City 1896, if you don't know, the 1896 represents the birth of like, the city and shit. I'm a huge Miami history buff, and that type of shit really like, I really gravitate to it. I don't know, bro. Like we have some cool fucking history down
We
here
do.
with
Really
settlements,
do.
with the Tequesta, You can make like a nod to the Tequesta or even the other Native American tribes that
Mm-hmm.
aren't originally from here, or whatever.
Literally the Miami tribe.
Yeah, the Tequesta Indians too. There's a lot of cool shit down here. Um, the Everglades, man. Like, like you can make some sawgrass fucking style shit.
So I'll fucking put a gator on one. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, put a heron, put fucking heron wings and shit. Come on, guys. Like, I don't know, whatever.
So we
but I'll tell you what though.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't it's my second favorite or third favorite, whatever. But I still like the Red Bull New York one because of the colors. I think these colors are really loud.
That yellow
cool
is
on the field.
That yellow's an interesting yellow.
It's a really cool kit to see on the field, but like for me as a fan, like something I could wear, dude, there's a Colorado one you lied to. I would say the New York Red Bulls one for me, and the Colorado one probably 2 or something like that, and LAFC
this one is definitely
Minnesota
up there.
94. This is like 5 for me, or 2. Or
it's definitely top 5, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
So we go from a crazy kit, and then we go to this. This is the
St. Louis.
This is the St. Louis Spirit kit.
It's got pinstripes. I don't even think the St. Louis Cardinals wear pinstripes. Like, why would St. Louis City wear?
So for what their explanation was, this is a reference to the stadium that they originally built. This is like a historic stadium, and they had like white walls with stripes on them. That was the reference that they said it was. It is a very plain white kit. And from a distance, you cannot even see the pinstripes. They're that thin.
It looks you notice the Purina logo more than you notice their crest.
Yeah. Like,
this is bad. This is a dog food.
Not
this
great.
Is dog water.
Not great.
Dog water.
I think this is probably the worst kit. I think this has to be the worst one.
What was the other worst one that I just saw?
Probably I say my other worst one was Houston.
This is just as bad as RSL. No, Houston's better than this. All right.
And then next we have Toronto with the club kit.
Pretty cool. The club. What do you mean by that? Like,
it's just called the club kit.
Football club?
That's just what it's called. That's what they said it was called. I do like that they still use their primary colors on their away jersey. I think that's because it's very hard to do that, to have your primary color on a jersey that's supposed to be an alternate. But the fact that it's just the sleeves, a lot of people says it looks like a training jersey, which I agree with. It does look like a fucking training jersey, but it's not bad.
No, it looks cool. I like it.
They kept the fact that they kept the colors in their away jersey, because those are still their colors. It's not like an off color. It's in their emblem. So it's really hard to make an away jersey that still use your colors, and they did a decent job.
I don't think it's that hard. I don't.
No, I don't think it's a great jersey, but
most teams will have like a 2 primary colors, right? And one will be dark, one will be light. You just use the dark one for your.
But to incorporate all the colors, you have to make sure that it's not too close, because then that defeats the purpose of having an away jersey.
No, I get you. You can't have, for example, that's the tough thing with Inter, right? You have a pink home and you want to keep pink home, and you don't want the away to have too much pink on it, but you can get away with adding pink to it, and you should, there's a right way to do it, and Toronto's showing you the right way to do it here. If Inter's kit had pink sleeves and black, I would immediately.
If this was pink instead of red, it would be really good.
Yes, amazing. I instantly buy it, but whatever. Inter Miami just doesn't get it. As far as me, I get, but this is the thing. They're not trying to satisfy me, and I
no,
understand
they're not.
that jerseys they're making.
They're trying to sell jerseys.
They're making these, but they're trying to sell them to middle-aged, old Latin men at the stadium. That's the demographic they're going for, right? And they want the classic look. They want something you can wear to the office or the golf outing, and like fuck them.
And the people don't realize that that's a lot. That's a lot that has to do with just design in general. You have to design it for the general public. Yeah. So if you have a design that only looks good on the field, and then you wear it out to the mall or to the movies or whatever, and you look like a fucking weirdo, then people aren't going to buy that jersey. That's why a lot of people don't buy the home jersey, because they don't want to wear a bright pink jersey. I don't give a fuck about wearing bright pink. I don't give a fuck about that. And a lot of people don't. But some people don't want to just, like, that's what when Inter Miami first came, that's one thing my brother told me is like where he didn't want to wear an all pink jersey. Like that's just how people are sometimes.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah.
But and on to the last one.
Last one we have Vancouver with the Bloodlines jersey.
Cool, I guess. Oh, whatever.
It's man.
Indifferent.
It's okay. It's a Vancouver jersey. They always have that middle hoop, I guess, that singular hoop. Yeah. And they added some red to it. It's a Vancouver jersey. It doesn't move me. It doesn't interest me. If I was a Vancouver fan, I'd probably skip this because they have 1,000 jerseys that look like this. Also, their jerseys look a lot similar to the Chicago jerseys too.
All in all, I would say one of the better batches.
This is by far the best release of MLS for jerseys. They did a great job.
I'm kind of pissed off that we couldn't be, and I don't think we've ever been near the top half of even jerseys. And that's the penalty of going plain, and trying to satisfy certain demographics, like whatever. But
you got to make money somehow. You got to sell those jerseys.
Yeah, all right. I think you'd sell just as much if you make it like out there, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now we did that. We're gonna skip. Now we have some time. We're hitting about the hour mark, so we can run through this real quick.
I think we're almost done. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about Apple TV for a bit. So Apple TV has launched. Like I said, I've been able to look through it. I actually like a lot of the content that's on there. It's weird because some teams are missing content. For example, most teams have a little 5-minute video talking about the history of the club. So you get like an introduction because a lot of people are going to be new to MLS, right? With this deal. So a lot of people are seeing MLS for the first time. And almost every club.
Even if you know about the MLS, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. And just like as a sports, as someone who's interested in sport, it's good to like go through and hear the history of these teams, like how Vancouver started back in the 70s and stuff like that and all that stuff. Inter Miami isn't on there for some reason. They don't have a club history thing.
It's probably being edited. I don't know.
I mean, St. Louis has one.
Yeah, so it's probably just being edited.
So hopefully it is because they're still adding content all the time. They just added a season preview that with Kaylin Kyle, one of the commentators that we have. They did a season preview with her, so that's actually up right now. You can go watch that right now if you don't already have Season Pass. What I do think is really cool is they have a lot of full matches. Like they have every single All-Star game in its entirety on there already. Every single one, all the way back to '96.
That's good. So if I ever have trouble falling asleep, I could just turn one on.
That's literally what I did the other night. I turned one of the games on. I just had it on when I was going to sleep.
But that's also games are boring as
some of the.
Oh, you know which one I want to see though? I want to see the Atletico Madrid one. That was their Vice City.
They have that one. They had that one, and then I saw the one that when they played Chelsea. They have all of them in their entirety. Some of the preseason games that they have, like I think it was LA versus somebody. I might be able to log in real quick while I talk about it. They had that game in its entirety, and that game was just a preseason game that happened a few days ago.
All in all, without like giving people too many details on it, I think it's a good thing. You know, if you get season tickets, it comes in. If I didn't have my season tickets, I would have still gotten it because
I'll talk about pricing in a second.
Rewatch every game. It is a little pricey.
It is
$15 a month.
I can go over it real quick.
$15 a month.
So I have
$15 a month if you don't have Apple TV already.
Hold on, I'll go through it. Let me go through it.
Yeah,
so if you're already Apple TV Plus subscriber, it is $12.99 a month or $79 for the whole season. If you are not an Apple TV Plus subscriber, it's $15 a month or $100 a season. If you're gonna do that, you might as well pay the $100. And keep in mind, you get every single game. You get all games, Leagues Cup. I think the only exception is Open Cup, but I don't know about that for sure. And then also
Open Cup might have a deal with ESPN.
Yeah, exactly. So that's might be the only exception. And then if you're a season ticket holder, not only if you're a season ticket holder or if you have T-Mobile, this is important because this came out today. If you have T-Mobile or Metro, you also get it for free, just like how you would if you were a season ticket holder. So even if you're not a season ticket holder, if you have Metro or T-Mobile, and if you know somebody who does, then you get access to it the whole season for free.
So I bought my season tickets today, and I'm excited. I'm gonna get my access soon, and
and you can go binge all the content they have. So I'll talk about Inter Miami real quick, and I assume this is the same for all the teams. So they have 5 player profiles. I believe it's Campana, Calendar, Martinez, Gregory, and I forget who the other person is. So
Pizarro?
I think it was Pizarro. So yeah, they'd have interviews with all of them and them talking about themselves and how they came to Inter Miami and what they think of the league, just general stuff to get to know them. Or actually, no, I think it was Yedlin. It's Yedlin. Sorry,
Oh, Yedlin.
it's
Yeah.
Yedlin. Yeah, not him. It's Yedlin. So they have those. They have um, they have replays of. They have highlights of all of our games past season, and then they have just highlights of specific goals. Like they have one where they just show all the hat tricks from Campana. They show Campana's hat trick. They show Higuain's hat trick, and they have individual goals from everybody as well. They have like the Bryce Duke goal, like just like little clips.
I'll tell you what I like about this is sometimes as an Inter Miami fan you're just like sitting on the couch, you want some content, and it's a good way to get it instead of like home through YouTube or whatever. So and,
So it's all in one place. It's all in one place.
Before I would have to get a VPN with ESPN Plus and so this makes it better. So
that's another important thing. No blackouts on any of the games either. That's very important. I'm actually pulling it up right now.
And what we got last is just a preview, right?
Yes, of the game. It's already game week, so yes, we're gonna preview real quick the game coming up against Montreal. So
I guess it's. Go ahead. You want to go play? You want to go player by player and do kind of a
not
a
yet.
Final...
Not yet. I want to wait till later to do that, but we can run through it really fast because we're already at an hour.
I mean, yeah. Let's just run through it real quick. So starting at goalkeeper for the season against Montreal for sure. Big Draco. Yeah. Got a new contract. That's the man. I'm excited to see what he's got, and I think he worked hard in the offseason, and he'll probably come back in, right? Right back, secured, DeAndre Yedlin, coming back from a World Cup. Lock that position down. It's going to be dope. You got Harvey Neville backing him up there. At the left back, I think one of the most important signings, if not the most important signing this offseason, was Franco Negri. Franco Negri fire at left back, bro. That secures that back line. And we've never had a proper left back.
We needed the help.
We've never had a proper left back, and I saw the difference on the field against Austin. Having Franco Negri there, he was really really good. And backing him up would be, I guess, Kieran Gibbs or Noah Allen. Whatever.
I guess. Yeah. Most likely Noah Allen, to be honest with you.
So, and the back line is secured now with Christopher McVeigh playing his natural position. He gets to play center back alongside Sergei Christoph.
Christoph was so good against at Austin.
Yeah. No, he's quality. He's our first real quality center back, and I think McVeigh will get better with him. I think that's a good pairing back there. You got Mabika as a backup. Ian Frey's gonna play this year a little bit. It's gonna be a good year. I forget who else is backing up at center back. I'm missing someone, but and yeah, Marsman backing up Calendar. Solid defense. I think there's a solid defense for this year, right? And when you look at the defensive central midfielders, part of the most solid part of our team was John Mota and Gregory. They're back. They're gonna have a good year, in my opinion, right? At the midfield positions, you have Pizarro as well. You have Stefanelli. I think they started Stefanelli in the midfield, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Up top, you got Campana and Martinez. Backing them up, you got Coco John and who else? I'm forgetting a striker. I think Stefanelli, whatever.
Yeah, probably.
But then you got Lassiter, Robbie Taylor, people like that who can come in. Bryce Duke, who's definitely earned a starting spot. Maybe they start him over Stefanelli. I don't know. You kind of want Stefanelli in there too, but I think it's gonna be a good season. I think the game against Montreal is gonna be interesting. I'm hoping we win, but I'd be happy with a draw. Maybe
they're missing their star players, so.
Romeo.
His name starts with an M, but he's injured. One of their best players.
Okay.
He is injured right now, so that actually bodes very well for us. So I think we can definitely beat them.
Hopefully we get the win. We definitely need that win.
Because the games against them haven't been too crazy. Like I think we've won a couple and they've won a couple.
Yeah. There's a chance.
We could definitely, and especially with their best player missing, and it's a home game for us. I think we can definitely pull it out. We're defending really well. I am so surprised how good Christoph was.
I'm excited for Saturday. Christoph, I guess.
Christoph. So Christoph. He played. I'm excited really well.
This is a version of Inter Miami that I've kind of been waiting for. It's like a complete Inter Miami.
Yes.
Before they got Christoph, I was wondering, I'm like, you're really gonna go back this season with Damian Lowe and McVeigh or Mabika, whatever. But signing him made me feel a lot better about it. Franco Negri, like I just feel better about the defense now. I really do.
And keep in mind about that, and I was counting it because, like I said, they have highlights of every single game. on Apple on Season Pass right now of the past season, and I was looking through all of them. Can you? I think I mentioned this to you at the last game, but can you give a guess of how many shutouts we had last season?
3.
6.
Well, okay.
6 shutouts, not where we won, just shutouts.
Yeah, shutouts.
That includes that includes
0-0.
0-0s
0-0.
like we did against Philly. So out of 30 however many games, we only had 6 shutouts. So our defense was even when we were winning games, we were still conceding a ton. Like that 4-4 game against Cincinnati, we conceded a ton. And yes, we do eventually come back, but conceding early was a big problem last year. So I think with this new defense that Kristoff played so well, McVay's always good. We have a left back now. We have a solid defense, and then we have that diamond in the middle. Right now, we have the 4 back, diamond in the middle, and then the 2 up front. I think it's a great formation, and even Jose Martinez, even Phil Neville said that he isn't even in shape yet. He said he had a couple weeks before he's even full fitness yet. So Joseph's only gonna get better. You saw when we were at the game, a lot of people who didn't get to see us, but they were partnering really well. You can still see that there was still some, you got to iron out the kinks. They were kind of like, they were there, but they weren't fully there because they only just started playing with each other. But you can see that, okay.
There were good moments. There were some good moments, and there were some whatever moments.
And it's a preseason game. That's what preseason is for. It's just for the final tuning. So you can see when they play, and you guys will see it on Saturday, how you can see how the partnership is forming and things are working. Pizarro.
This Miami looks different. Miami looks different.
Pizarro looks hungry. He's hustling.
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks
great.
Really good. Gregory and Jean Mota, always solid. Can't complain. Our backline is solid. And then we have Negri and Stefanelli coming in that can only improve the team. So I think we have a really good squad.
I'm super hyped for this year. I really am.
This year's going to be
Saturday.
Great. And on top of that, an expanded playoff format. What's not to like?
Yeah, guaranteed home playoff match, right?
There we go.
So thank you guys for joining us today. I think got a lot done this episode. We'll get one back hopefully when we get from out of the Montreal match. Try to do one midweek next week.
We'll see.
Because we'll see what's going on. But I think we should be able to get one in. Definitely, if we get a good result, it'll be a lot easier to record.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be able to record. Yeah, it was a great episode.
Either way, good, bad, ugly, we'll be sitting there. Not sitting there. We'll be standing there singing all 90 minutes and hopefully recording another episode for you guys. So thank you guys for joining us. See you later.
All right. Good luck and have fun.